Now, live, KPSP Local 2's Eye on the Desert with Scott Hennessy.
Good evening. Welcome to Eye on the Desert. Every night from 6:45 until 7, we take in-depth looks into interesting and important events. We tell you about a lot of fun events on this show every night, and sometimes we deal with serious subjects too. The Tolerance Education Center in Rancho Mirage is hosting its next special event tomorrow to commemorate the 95th anniversary of the Armenian Genocide. Approximately 1.5 million Armenians living under Ottoman Turkish rule were killed during World War I. Filmmaker Andrew Goldberg made a documentary examining the conception and implementation of that genocide that will screen for free at the Tolerance Education Center tomorrow. The genocide that killed 1.5 million Armenians between 1915 and 1923 is not talked about all that much. The Western Region Director of the Armenian Assembly of America explains why the subject lacks widespread popular knowledge.
At the time of the genocide, we didn't have the international structures in place that would allow for the information to truly be documented and palpable for others to remember and learn from a historical standpoint. So what you see is genocides being perpetuated since the Armenian Genocide during World War I.
Filmmaker Andrew Goldberg put together this documentary to raise awareness of the atrocities, and Yerig Keshishan is here in Rancho Mirage to speak and answer questions about it following the film's free showings at the Tolerance Education Center. His job is to promote U.S.-Armenian relations.
One of our mission statements is ultimately ensuring that we have U.S. affirmation of the Armenian Genocide, and of course in ensuring that the Republic of Armenia, in the midst of the turmoil, becomes a strong ally to the United States.
The first step towards Armenian genocide was a silencing of political voices. Following the death marches that ended in 1923, Armenia became a republic of the Soviet Union. They are a nation still seeking total political independence.
The fate of Armenians has been one of continual domination of various powers. And so the Republic of Armenia is now trying to establish itself as a credible voice and a sovereign nation state in the midst of continual turmoil, even with the Republic of Turkey today.
There are 200 Armenian families living full-time in the Coachella Valley, but what does this all mean to America at large?
I'll give a very simple example. The government of Turkey, which is a successor state of the Ottoman Empire that perpetrated the Armenian Genocide, is now actively enlisting help with Sudan, and specifically working with President Bashir in terms of denying the genocide in Sudan. And that's just one example of how not dealing proactively with genocide has real consequences today, and how that affects the U.S.
If we don't remember, there are those who will deny that atrocities of the past ever happened. That's why the Tolerance Education Center is here, to make sure we remember and become more accepting of one another. The Tolerance Education Center is on Landy Lane in Rancho Mirage, just a block off of the intersection of Bob Hope Drive and Ginger Rogers. The free film screenings and discussions will take place at 1:30 and again at 6:30 p.m. tomorrow. For reservations, call the number here, 760-328-8252.